Okay, the man after God's heart makes a series of devastating choices: illness, lust, adultery, deceit, and murder. Okay, this chapter marks the turning point in David's story, from broken victory to personal and national trouble. Okay, the first part of this chapter covers David stays home. In spring, the time kings normally go to war. David seeks Joab to lead the army against the Ammonites. David stays in Jerusalem instead, and this is the first step toward his fall. Okay, neglecting his calling and leaving himself idle. Yeah. Second part of the chapter covers David sees Bathsheba. One evening, David walks on the roof and sees a beautiful woman bathing. Okay, so he is he's not in war. He's not fighting, and guess what? He has like empty times in his schedule. So what do you think happens? Not good things. So he learns she is Bathsheba, wife of Uriah, one of his loyal soldiers. David sends for her and sleeps with her. Okay, look what happened here. Later, she sends word, I'm pregnant. Sin often begins with a lingering look that turns into action, right? So the third part of the chapter covers David tries to cover it up, okay? David summons Uriah back from battle, hoping he'll sleep with Bathsheba, so the child will seem his. But Uriah refuses. He won't enjoy home comforts while the army is in tents. David tries again, even getting Uriah drunk, but Uriah's loyalty holds. Uriah's integrity shames David's scheming. Right? So the fourth part of the chapter covers David arranges Uriah's death. David sends Uriah back to Joab with a sealed letter containing his own death order. Put Uriah in the front line where the fighting is fiercest, then withdraw from him. Joab obeys and Uriah is killed. Look what was done here. This is cold-blooded murder disguised as war strategy, right? So the fifth part of this chapter covers David marries Bathsheba. Joab sends word of the battle and Uriah's death. David marries Bathsheba and she bears him a son. Okay, outwardly the matter seems covered, but nothing is hidden from God, right? So the sixth part covers God's judgment, okay? But the thing David had done displeased the Lord, right? The chapter ends ominously. The next one will bring a prophetic confrontation, right? So what are the key lessons from the second channel, chapter 11? The first one is sin often starts with small compromises. David's absence from battle put him in the wrong place at the wrong time. Second lesson, guard your eyes and your heart. A lingering look can become a life-altering choice. Third lesson, trying to cover sin usually leads to greater sin. David went from lust, adultery, deceit, and murder, right? So fourth lesson, no one is above God's law. Even Israel's greatest king is accountable to the Lord. So David, idleness leads to adultery with Bathsheba and the murder of her husband Uriah in an attempted cover-up. Okay, the chapter closes with God's displeasure, setting up a confrontation that will change David's life forever. Okay, yeah, things are changing here for David, right? So don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, drop a comment, and see you in the next one.